Hello. This is your boy Irony Boxing coming through with Thursday night live. This particular live is going to be centered on the man on the screen right there, Mr. Russell Westbrook, aka Russ. Before we get started, obviously it can pivot to anything because we're going to cover news, the UFC 330, the boxing, and all the rest of it. So, first and foremost, God bless every single one of you. I hope you're all having a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever the case may be. We're going to start it properly with the Lord's Prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, God, for everything. Yes, absolutely. I thank you, God, for everything, for sure. First, obviously, let's see. Look here. Let's see what's been happening in the world of boxing. First and foremost, let's see. Second. I'm all over the place here. Give me 1 second. Let's see what Fight Hub has. Okay, before we get into the man. Yeah. Clarissa. Okay. Right. Let's share the screen and let's get to the good stuff. Put the monetized. Okay. This is educational purposes only. Let's get into it. Our survey question of the day is Russell Westbrook a top 5 point guard of all time? That is the question, and I am not sure. I am not sure, to be honest with you. Do you take him over Steph? Well, let's see what Fight Hub has to say. Let's see what Connor says about the UFC 330, Islam versus Gary.
Let's go, Gary. You know it. He has the tools. He's been doing great work in SBG. He's put in some solid rounds. I've been hearing about the rounds and seeing the rounds and what way the structure was. He's long. He's definitely going to stay safe. He's definitely going to be in there. He's definitely going to be in there all the way. Makhachev has pockets where there's a lot of stalling. He still has things to prove in that welterweight division. He does look like he's had to grown up into it a bit more. It's a cracking contest. Of course I'm going with Ian Gary. And I really believe he can do it. For sure he can do it. How do I see it? right high kick across the crown of the head. And a victory for the Irish Brazilian. Let's go in. Rooting for you, bro. Great scrap, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I don't think so. I think Islam's gonna win, but I mean, hell, he only lost once, and it was against Shavkat Rakhmonov. So we'll see.
Beating him proves that I'm special. Everybody right here, everybody in this stadium, every single one of you fans, consider him to be the #1 pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. You consider him to be the greatest martial artist walking the earth right now. When I beat him, you'll all shut your mouth and you'll call me great.
Okay, Gary. Okay, talk your shit, champ, as they say.
A lot of fans sometimes say that Ian is annoying. Do you find Ian Gary annoying?
That's a loaded question.
Sorry, yeah. Well,
What you're doing now is just trying to cause trouble. Don't do it.
I was trying
We're
to.
friends.
I
thought we were cool. Don't do it.
was trying to get back and forth.
That's just putting words in his mouth, and you know it. If he finds that, he can be honest and he can say that. But your job as a journalist is to be professional and stick to the sport. This is the biggest fight of the year. I think there's more important things to talk about. Fair enough.
Gary. Oh boy. He is way bigger. I mean, god damn. Interesting. I'm gonna take a look at the reach advantage though. That's what really matters. Good enough. Good enough stare down, I would say. Ah, shut the hell up. Not interested. Let's see. Okay. What else do we? Oh, we got a bunch of things, man. I am wild in. Actually, let's see some Russell Westbrook cool ass stuff right here. Wow, Mama Durant and Russell Westbrook. How about that, huh? Aha, there it is. Hold on. This is, I'm not monetized. This is educational purposes only. Okay, please be careful with what. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Is the audio working? Oh, hold on. One second. Hang on a second. Is the audio working? Oh, hold on. Dodged the bullet there, but okay. Where was I? Yeah, let me put this banner up in here. Okay, section 107 of the Copyright Act allows the unlicensed use of copyrighted material for purposes such as commentary, criticism, news, reporting, teaching, or research. Okay, that's exactly what we're doing here. Don't be a grabber, please. Don't be a grabber. This is paying tribute to this man whose name is Russell Westbrook. Let's go.
Every museum has a curator, and every exhibit.
Narrated by Michael B. Jordan. How about that, huh? Mr. Creed himself. The Creed movies and the Black Panther and so many. Awesome actor, actually. I actually love him.
They have a story. But some stories don't need someone to tell them.
You know what? Let's just start from the beginning. There we go.
Every museum has a curator, and every exhibit, they have a story. But some stories don't need someone to tell them. They just speak for themselves. So tonight, I'm not going to tell you what any of this means. I'm just going to show you. And I'm going to ask them a few questions along the way, not because I expect an answer, but because some things deserve to be asked, even in silence. This one's from the inner city of South Central. Before any of it,
Look at this.
before the triple doubles, before the MVP, before anybody outside of Los Angeles knew his name. Because why not? This was the next chapter. The Sonics made him the number 4 pick in 2008. No one in OKC could have told you what he'd become. And this is the one people point to, like it explains everything. It doesn't. Well, not really. Russ, what kept you going all those years? What made you get back up night after night when the whole league had a highlight reel of you falling down? Yeah, I figured that. You know, people forget.
Nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew who I was.
Before he was a walking headline, he was just a kid from inner city LA who could jump higher than anybody had a right to.
Westbrook from UCLA.
Somewhere between the dunks and the draft classes, he became something else. Not just a player, a personality. A meme before we even called it that. A husband, a father, a guy in a kilt at the Met, daring anybody to say so. What did winning mean to you? I mean, really. No, not just the trophies. The actual feeling of it. Some things you don't say. You just play them over and over until everyone else understands too. Because why not? This swing isn't finished yet. That's not a mistake. We left it this way on purpose. Because whatever's next, the mentorship, the foundation, the kids who are going to grow up wanting to move just like he did, that part hasn't been built yet either. Were you ever afraid of what happens after the game stops needing you? This swing isn't finished. Neither is he. And that's the point. Last question. Now that you decided to step away from everything on your own terms, what are you the most proud of? That might be the best interview I've ever done. He didn't say a word. And somehow, I understood everything.
The greatest thing he left behind couldn't fit inside a museum. Wow. Wow. It never had to be said. Not with him. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. Let's see. Unbelievable. Anybody chimed in on the survey? Nope, nobody. Okay, let's give them time. What else do we have? Let's see. We got some stuff. Let me jump back into what has happened. Obviously, we had the sad passing of Richard Colon today. At just 33 years old, his father confirmed that on social media. Richard Colon was a rising Puerto Rican boxer who suffered a brain hemorrhage and was in a coma for 7 months after the first defeat of his career in 2015. I really don't want to tell you the rest. yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. Okay. Yeah, good stuff coming up for the UFC. Naoya Inoue is the clear front runner for Fighter of the Decade. Yes, he is. Come on, man. We're talking about 7 undisputed title defenses, 8 more fights than Terence Crawford, 6 more fights than Alexander Usyk. Enough said. 7 more undisputed title defenses than Crawford and Usyk combined. Cleaned out 2 divisions. Come on, what the hell are we talking about here? Oh wow, look at this. Well, I'll show this in a moment.
Cannot wait to see.
No, this is zone boxing. I want to get barbecued here. Ernesto Tito Mercado says he wants to knock out Emiliano Vargas. Ooh, and Frank Martin. Ooh.
Obviously, we're looking for bigger and better fights. So after this, I'm looking for guys like Emiliano Vargas, Frank Martin. I want to knock all those guys out. So hopefully, with me keep knocking on the door, I'm able to get those fights. Obviously, we're looking for bigger and better fights. So
okay.
Number one name there. Obviously, look, we've talked about it before. That if there's one number one name there at 140, it's Shakur Stevenson. And things that seem to have fallen apart with him and Devin Haney. If a fight with you and him could take place, you'd be all in on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it only makes sense now. You know what I mean? Yeah, something we've been wanting, and yeah, it just never goes through. You know what I mean? So I think at this point, yeah, that'd be something that the fans would love to see. We'd love, and yeah, I think it only makes sense.
A lot of times with fights these days, it's all about social media. The two guys start going at it on social media. It doesn't seem like you're that type of guy that's going to engage in that. Is this something that you hope can just take place by, regular everyday negotiations, promoter to promoter, and try to make it happen that way?
Yeah, I'm hoping that's how it happens. Yeah, like you said, in this day, it seems like that's how fights get made. It's just online, but hopefully it can get made without all that. You know what I mean? And I know
it's what I love, Raymond Murataya.
It could definitely happen.
He's one of those, and Boot's probably another one too. They don't spend too much time on this yibbity yabbity bullshit. They're better than that.
Yeah, I mean, that fight could easily be made. But yeah, hopefully it happens just naturally, and yeah, we don't got to do all the extra and all the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Whet the appetite for that fight. Why is it that you would be different than all the rest, and you would be the guy that can defeat Shakur?
Yeah, it's just the style I just display. I mean, I just adjust and overall just a complete fighter, and yeah, he's never faced a fighter like me, and yeah, it just puts out a good fight. I think it's gonna put out a good fight for the fans, for the boxing fans, like everybody.
Kevin Durant says about Russell Westbrook, quote, he led by example, and once the lights were bright, he let everything out. Yes, he did. That's cool to see, for sure.
Say it. Say it. Say what you're gonna say. How fat are you? Say it.
You 190 fat.
Say it. Say what you're gonna say. How fat are you? Say it.
You 190 fat.
I'm telling you, Islam, bro. Schofield versus Body agreed for WBA lightweight title on October the 10th. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh boy. Schofield versus Body is official for October 10th. Does it say the location here? Let's take a look. Who you got? Doesn't say yet. Okay. Give me a second. Let's just have a look. Schofield versus Bobby. See what pops up here. Yeah, but okay, where? Okay, in Las Vegas. Interesting. Now, is this probably a loaded question, but is this a main event fight? I don't think so. This will be a cool ass co-main event for, if AJ versus Fury happens. I don't care if this fight happens in the UK personally. Not really. Or let's see what else we got. If Bam unifies, they can be a cool ass co-main event for that as well. Let's see what else can we have. I don't know. The fight between Mikhailian and Benavides, or Mikhailian and Petaya, however that whole thing plays out, which seems to be Mikhailian and Benavides, but we'll see, man. 1 minute is Opetaya, 1 minute is Benavides. Whoever Mikhailian fights should be the main event, and this can be a cool ass co-main event. I mean, if you want to put it as a main event, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have to have Scooter Davis in that undercard. You probably need to have Cormel Moulton. You can make Cormel Moulton versus Giorgio Vicioli. Nah, it's too early for that. Man, I don't know now. Is Mason gonna fight again this year? If Mason fights again, that's a right there. You can set the stage. You can put Frank Martin versus can't remember the name of the guy that he's fighting now. Frank Martin, that card too. Like, they have a shit ton of names. If you're gonna have this as the main event, okay? And this is not an insult. Just saying, they're not there yet. They're fighting to get there. So, okay. In Las Vegas, the word is it's Las Vegas. Okay, so that's the word. But it is October the 10th. Diego Lopez confirms that he's moving up to lightweight and is in, quote, advanced talks, unquote, about the next opponent. We're already in pretty advanced talks about the next opponent. We're hoping we can get it finalized this week. I want to fight in November at Madison Square Garden, MSG. I think that's a good date for me, and it also gives me enough time to adapt my weight a little more for 155. Yeah. Yes, and yes. Check mark. Actually, let me post this thing on my Discord. Okay. What else we got? Let's see. Legendary Miguel Cotto. On this day in 2022, Teofimo Lopez stopped Pedro Campa in his junior welterweight debut. Yep, 140. The takeover. Greatest featherweight fighter I've seen. Yeah, probably. Shakur's never faced a fighter like me.
Would be definitely whet the appetite for that fight. Why is it that you would be different than all the rest, and you would be the guy that can defeat Shakur?
Yeah, it's just the style I just display. I mean, I just adjust and overall just a complete fighter, and yeah, he's never faced a fighter like me, and yeah, it just puts out a good fight. I think it's gonna put out a good fight for the fans, for the boxing fans, like everybody. So I think it's it's definitely a fight it's gonna be a competitive fight and a challenging fight, and something that boxing needs.
Hell yeah. Sign me up. Oh. Wow. Hold on a second. The September 12th card at T-Mobile Arena is really starting to heat up. So we got Ryan. Wow. Okay. Okay, Sufa. Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn. Headlines for the Welterweight Championship with Jao Petaya versus Noel Mikhailian in the co-main event for the World Cruiserweight Championship. Now adding Mark Magsayo versus Andres Cortez in what could be an all-action lightweight fight, plus unbeaten American heavyweight Damazian Van Hooter taking on Rafael Akpehiori. Awesome. Awesome. Fans in the US, the entire card is available on Paramount Plus for just $7.99 a month. Holy crap. Look at this right here. Now this is a boxing card. Wow. Petaya Mikhailian, a co-main event. And this is where at the T-Mobile Arena. So Petaya is going to have the chance to gain some American fans, which I'm expecting that he will capitalize on. Yep, there's Vitalik Klitschko. There's my guy, Billionaire Boxing TV. Make sure you'll follow him. Great boxing mind. I had the pleasure of meeting him in one of my lives. He pulled up and we had a great conversation. I think that was on the live that I did the Pernell Whitaker tribute. Spoke about James Stoney. Spoke about Pernell Whitaker. I mean, oh my goodness. We went through the whole thing. 202 career triple doubles, NBA record, 42 triple doubles in the 2016-2017 single season record, 11 straight triple doubles in 2019, longest streak ever. 4 seasons averaging a triple double. That's an NBA record. Wow. Second player ever to average a triple double in a season. The first one being the big O, Mr. Oscar Robertson himself. Wow.
Game in many ways.
A 6'3" guard from UCLA, Russell.
I'm not monetized NBA, okay? This is educational purposes only. Let me show it in bits.
Westbrook
is Mr. Triple-Double of his generation.
What Oscar did with the triple-double would never happen ever again.
Nope. There's not one guy on this planet who can do it.
I say why not? Westbrook, the hesitation. Oh,
wow. Oh, man. Russell Westbrook. That's my guy right there. All right, let me put up the link if anybody want to pull up. I forgot to send this thing. Schofield vs. Bodies official for October 10th. So, there it is. Not planning on being here for long today, but I have said that before and have eaten my words, so why would this time be different? Let me make sure I pin the link and then I'm going to put it on the X chat. Let me make sure I pin the link and then I'm going to put it on the X chat. Has anybody chimed in? Let's see. Probably not, but let's see. Let me make sure I pin the link and then I'm going to put it on the X chat. Has anybody chimed in? Let's see. Probably not. Let's go. Let me make sure I pin the link and pin it here as well. I'm going to start showing some highlights from Mr. Westbrook. In just a second as well. You show the cool ass. Start showing some highlights from Mr. Westbrook, narrated by Mr. Mike. Just a second as well. You show the cool ass. Start showing some highlights from Mr. Westbrook, narrated by Mr. Mike. Here we go. What? Okay. Let's see what Draymond Green has to say. I actually like Draymond Green. Every team needs a player like Draymond Green, like Dennis Rodman, like Charles Oakley, like the ones that will do the dirty work. And he was a pretty darn good player too. He couldn't shoot the three to save his life, but he can defend. He can give you, good hard-earned 18 points, and he is not afraid of anybody. I appreciate them, Draymond Green. I know he's done a million, cheap shots and what have you. He's a great player in my book, though.
Basketball fans, y'all suck.
Thank you.
Basketball fans suck. And by the way, I am a basketball fan, so you can throw me in that category too, but basketball fans suck. Because for the last 8 to 10 years, all this guy has heard is how bad he sucks, how he don't shoot it well, how he's stat pad, and how he mess up teams. Make no mistake about it. Westbrook and all the things y'all said about him. And the moment he stepped aside, oh man, y'all did Russ wrong. Can't tell me he couldn't be on the team. What?
Oh, I forgot to put the link on X. I'm sorry. Shit. A second. There we go. Okay. Link if anybody wanna pull up. Okay. We don't need to talk necessarily about Russell Westbrook, you know. We can talk about boxing, we can talk about history, politics, whatever you want to talk about. I really don't mind. Not at all. Now, this is a very interesting card, believe it or not. We got the OG Edson Barbosa. You know what? I'll get into this tomorrow. Or if nobody pull up, I'll get into it now. We'll see. But I'll get into it tomorrow. Thomas, the Hitman Hearns, boxing's first 5-weight world champion. Wow. Look at that. It all started at welterweight. From 1980 to 1981, super welterweight champion from 1982 to 1986, WBC middleweight champion from 1987 to 88, WBO super middleweight champion 1988 to 1990, WBC light heavyweight champion 1987, and WBA light heavyweight champion 1991 to 1992. Wow. No, that's one of the scariest men that I've ever seen inside of a ring. I can honestly tell you, he is not even top 5. He's probably top 3. Like, you got George Foreman, Mike Tyson, and Tommy Hearns. We can talk about Julian Jackson. We can talk about, what's his name, Nigel Benn. We can talk about Artur Beterbiev. We can talk about a whole bunch of dudes, you know. Sonny Liston, my goodness, I forgot about Sonny Liston. Yeah, that's probably number 4, to be honest with you. Deontay Wilder. Talking about the scary aura, okay, that you get. Man, I can confidently tell you that. Saud Abdullaev will face Khariton Agarba for the vacant interim super lightweight title on October the 10th in Ekaterinburg, Russia. Okay, love it. Okay, good to see Saud Abdullaev is active, you know. I feel like he gave Murataya a pretty good fight, you know. But ooh. 10 years ago, Aaron Judge hit his first MLB home run. How about that, huh?
Judge hits one to center field and deep. Going back, Kiermaier, turning, looking, see ya! A monster home run! Back-to-back home runs by the Baby Bombers!
I see. Nice. I just don't... Well, he is a great player. Let me just leave it at that. I mean, we set the bar way too high with Joe DiMaggio, Derek Jeter, Yogi Berra, Babe Ruth, and Lou Gehrig, and I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on here. But he one day, hopefully, he'll be mentioned there. You know, you need to bring a championship home, bro. We haven't been there in about a decade now, so come on. Enough with the Dodgers already. Free agent Bradley Beal has agreed to a 2-year, $13.2 million deal to return to the Los Angeles Clippers with a player option in the second season. Okay. Uh-huh. go. Okay. Right. Where was I? Where the hell was I? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, that's the knockout of the year. That's the knockout of the year right there. I don't care what nobody say.
For the world stage right away, but he said, "Oh, good shot."
Come on, bro. Returns. Ooh, September 4. Okay. I'll be watching. You can count on that. Russell Westbrook joined Kyle Lowry and Chris Paul as the latest big name point guard to retire this year. End of an era. Yep. Yes, it is. Oh, it's Tiger Johnson's birthday today. Okay. Good stuff. Edgar Berlanga pulled up to the bat. Confirmed amateur standout Fred Pullen will make his professional debut at lightweight on the Sufa Boxing 11 card at the Copper Box in London, live on Sky Sports. Pullen joins Craig Richards, Radivoy Kaladzic, aka Hot Rod, Lee Cutler, Louise Green, Alex McMillan, Leon Hughes, and Kayla Allen on the bill. Telling you, they're gonna grab every prospect out there because they're the highest bidder. They got the money, man. So the takeover, you're gonna see it in about 5 years. Of course, there's a long way to go, but you know. Anyway, post this thing. There we go. All right, what else we got?
To have an event. Is there anywhere that you would like to fight? Is there anywhere you've tried to lobby Dana to have an event in a certain city or country? How about that?
Yeah, bro, I love to fight in Russia because it's my country. Everybody support me there, and everybody want to watch my fight again in Russia. That's why I want to also finish my career there, put the gloves to octagon in Moscow, and this is the best place for me for fighting.
Are you hopeful that that can actually truly happen one day?
Yeah, I hope UFC will come back to Russia soon.
How about opponents? Is there anybody? And I know you're focused on Ian Gary, obviously, as you should be. But is there anybody out there that you say, hey, before I'd like to fight, XYZ fight?
Honestly, I like to fight who deserve, who not. Some of them come from his somewhere with his hype or not deserve. But I like to beat guys who number one contender who really deserve fight for the title, like Ian Gary this Saturday.
Love Islam Makhachev. Love him. Okay. What else we got? Yeah. Okay. Pretty interesting card. We got a few grizzled veterans, as usual, like Vicente Luque and Neil Magny, that I know of. And obviously Edson Barbosa, of course. Jalen Turner, man. Can Jalen Turner, turn the corner? Can he, break free and get into that top 5, Obviously, the lightweight division is, but he is supremely talented. So, Haney working out. Yeah, that was a scary ass knockout. AJ versus Robert Helenius. Team Stony Vander Holyfield.
Put a spell on you. Put a spell on you. Nope. Put a spell on you.
Now that's gangster right there. That right there is gangster. I cannot lie. James Lights Out Tony. And he's not doing that to me. He's doing that to Mr. Evander, the real deal Holyfield. Come on. October 10 in Vegas, Schofielder's body. Is Lucas' body going to catch another body? Or is Schofield going to, solidify himself as a true boxing star? Somebody that's to be taken seriously. Is that going to happen? Okay. Check that out later. The crossover, we didn't know we needed. Wow, Juanita. I trained in the gym with this guy, Juanita Lopez, the son of Juanma Lopez. Cool kid, man. Met up with Loma ahead of his fight on Saturday. That's right, he's fighting Saturday. Yep. The head kick. Ooh. Kell Brook. Ooh. Kell Brook has had this to say on Conor Bennick. Brook has said he will make a comeback to the ring later this year. Quote, I would have taken him apart. I would have dealt with him. I would have taken care of business. Ooh la la. My Talk Sport. Conor Ben. Wow, no, this is unreal. Like that's why I keep telling people George Foreman is top 5 chins of all time, because you have Canelo, you have Triple G, you have Julio Cesar Chavez, you have what's his name? I'm having a brain fart right now. I had those like down to the pad, but I'll remember. You got Big George Foreman, you got Marvin Hagler, yes, and there's another one. I know I mentioned 5 already, but there's another one. I mean, there's at least another one. You have to mention Antonio Margarito, as much as I can't stand him. Mr. Thanos Hands himself. He did have an unbelievable chin, man. Cannot deny that. Unbelievable chin. Punches. Oh, and Big George Foreman is my favorite heavyweight of all time. Second, Larry Holmes. I haven't thought about 3, 4, 5, man. That's on me, actually.
He rocked Holyfield.
Oh, shit. This is top rank. Hold on.
Attack and connecting. And Holyfield all over Foreman. Foreman trying to hold him off.
Lotto bouncing off the gloves of Holyfield as he lands.
And now Holyfield coming on. A strong left from Holyfield against Foreman. And a right. And Holyfield landing inside. What punch after another.
So he's warning them instead of taking a point.
Another quick combination from Holyfield.
Too close to right hand rock Foreman. He's out on Foreman right now.
In trouble. Foreman, you cannot be saved by the bell. And Holyfield is all over Foreman. There's the bell.
Unbelievable, man. There's Luduva, legend. And still. What? The executioner Sugar. At middleweight, ooh. I don't know. Well, those are tough-ass questions from Mr. Vinny's corner over here. Marky Dan, what's up, brother? I love that list. Hold on. Magic, Steph, Isaiah, Stockton, Kid, the Big O. The Big O wasn't a point guard, but okay, I'll let that. No Steve. Hang on a second. No Steve Nash in your top 10. Okay, you're in my shit list. I'll mark you then. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, let's go. Magic, Steph, Isaiah, Stock, and Kid. Okay. I'm not at that one at all. I have a different one, but pretty much the same names. Big O, that's Oscar Robertson. Westbrook, Damian. I love Dame Time. CP3, of course, Chris Paul, and Gary Payton. I love the glove. Actually, Gary Payton, I have in like 6 or 7. My list is number 1, John Stockton. Number 2, Isaiah. I don't listen. Okay, so I am. He says I'm tripping. um, Me personally, I put people that only played point guard. That's why I don't have Magic. I don't have Oscar Robertson. I don't have LeBron James. I don't have what's his name. But that's just me, obviously. But I like it. Okay, so number 1 to me is John Stockton. Number 2, Isaiah Thomas. Number 3, Steph. Number 4, Steve Nash. Okay. Number 5, Jason Kidd. Number 6, Gary Payton. Number 7. We can agree on Russell Westbrook there. We can agree on number 7. Yeah, for sure. Westbrook 7. I don't know. It's man, because I'm thinking about Tim Hardaway. I'm thinking about what's his name? Shit, Maurice Cheeks, Mo Cheeks. I'm thinking about man. I love Damian Lillard, bro, but god damn. Would you take Damian Lillard before CP? That's interesting. Now that's interesting. Woo. Man, you're making me think right now. I'm up to 7, right? I got Stock, I got Zeke, I got Steph, I got Nash, I got Kidd, I got GP. You got Payton, I have Russell Westbrook. What about Tony Parker, Marky Dan? What about Tony Parker? Because I would take Tony Parker over CP3, to be honest with you, and I love CP3 too. Damn, that's a hard. And you know what sucks? I'm forgetting a few. I know I'm forgetting a few. That's what sucks. But I would probably take Tony Parker before CP3, man. I'm not gonna lie. And Tony Parker versus Damian Lillard, now that's a hell of a debate right there. Let me think for a second here, because this is a question right here. Oh man. CP3 for you, and McQueen. How you doing, brother? The sweet scientist himself, my brother M. McQueen. He goes by many names. Some people call him the breakdown shorty. Some people call him the sweet scientist. My brother M. McQueen. Okay, that was a little bad, but that was my attempt of making a Timu Bruce Buffer introduction. But man, I love CP3. So are you old school like I am, Ann McQueen? Like, are you like looking for like a facilitator, a coach on the court, as they call them? Wasn't Rex Chapman a shooting guard, Dane? Wasn't Rex Chapman a shooting guard? By the way, God bless you, Ann McQueen. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. And God bless you, Dane Christensen, as well, and Marky, that same thing. I think Rex Chapman was a shooting guard. Emma McQueen, do you know this, or Marky then? Oh yeah, no argument here. No argument here. He is definitely the last of the pure point guards. Now I don't follow the NBA right like I saw the finals and everything, but Like I don't follow the NBA nowadays. Stopped following in like 2018 or something like that. The year that Kawhi beat Golden State with Toronto. Um, but you know what sucks? I'm forgetting a few names, man. Okay, I remember Tim Hardaway. I remember Tony Parker, obviously. I'm McQueen. Tony Parker versus CP3. Shit. You know the thing, like CP3 had a better career overall, but Tony Parker had a run when he was in his prime. I mean, the most unstoppable floater I've ever seen. The He was cap quick, bro, and I mean cap quick. Prime Tony Parker, sleep on that man. Like I saw Tony Parker being unstoppable on the court. Oh, he was a Rex Chapman was a point guard. Okay, I appreciate that. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I believe he was a small shooting guard, but I'm not too sure. Emma Quinn, do you remember Rex Chapman? He says the overwhelming majority of point guards today are combo guards. Yeah, score first, willing passers. Yeah, the game has become more isolation, more. It's like a 3-point contest basically, where they call you a foul for even looking at somebody funny. Which is part of the reason I stopped watching. I also stopped watching because the All-Star game has become a complete and absolute joke, where no defense is played and they score a million points. I mean, and they're all buddy with. I mean, I want to see competition, man. Like y'all can buddy up on social media, on the off season, or when you're playing for Team USA, right? That's why we got the Olympics basketball and we got the World Championships and what have you. When you go up against Serbia, when you go up against France, when you go up against Argentina, Spain, Greece, and all the rest of them, that's when you buddy up. But meanwhile, we want to see freaking competition over here, But maybe I'm just a dinosaur here. Dane says, yeah, blessings. I appreciate that, bro. I knew it. Anne McQueen says, Rex Chapman was a shooting guard who could operate at the one, primarily a shooting guard, though. There it is, Dane. There it is. My brother Anne McQueen coming through. Appreciate that. Now, Mark Price, to me, would be in the honorable mention basket. He can be between... I don't know if he makes the top 15, but he definitely makes the top 20. People sleep on Mark Price. Marky then says Tony Parker was definitely one of the greats. Yeah, I'll never forget watching him put 30 on Spain. Yeah, to upset them in overtime in the Eurobasket semifinal, and they went on to win it all. Yeah, Tony Parker was unbelievable, man. The problem is that Tony Parker had a stretch later on where he was like clearly not the same. So his career, you got to take it with kind of like. Who can I compare him to? Well, Steve Nash. You can compare his career to like Steve Nash, like the Steve Nash of Dallas, and particularly the Phoenix Steve Nash was not the same as the Lakers Steve Nash. Like we all know this, right? And the same can be said for Shaq. The Shaq of Orlando, Lakers, and Miami was not the same as the Boston and the Cleveland Shaq. And I think I'm forgetting another team too. Yeah, he went to Phoenix too. Yeah, he wasn't the same. Emma Queen says Tony was phenomenal around the cup. Yes, great touch. That teardrop. Thank you. That's what it's called. I kept saying floater. It's a teardrop. It was automatic. Like he never missed that freaking thing. Oh man. And he was so freaking quick, bro. Like he was trying to freaking guard a freaking cat. Like seriously, the way he turned the angles, oh my god! Like, nah, man, that is sick. There's Dane Christensen. How you doing, broski?
Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, blessings to you too, man. Appreciate it.
You want to give me your list of? You sort of did it the other day, but you want to give me your list of top 10 PGs?
Point guards. Oh my gosh. Oh. I have to throw Tim Hardaway in the mix. I agree with Gary Payton. He was a bad dude, even though he did lose in one of the later NBA Finals to Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls, but there's no shame in that whatsoever. He came in there a little bit too arrogantly. He's a little bit older. I think I could wear him out. And as the broadcast journalist said, I forget his name at the time, he said, "Oh, the young ignorance of Gary Payton." And I'll never forget that line. But let's see who else. I would say, I got to stick with Rex Chapman because I just think he doesn't get enough respect. And yes, I know he was a shooting guard, but quite frankly, he should have been a point guard. That's my humble take. His career was not nearly long enough due to injuries. And it's incredible to think that he's considered small by NBA standards even then. Also, oh my gosh, who was playing for the Chicago Bulls as a point guard early 90s? Was it
John Paxson?
That's right. He was, man, I know it seems like I'm picking all the white boys, but he was bad, dude. He was bad.
I mean, you said Gary Payton and Tim Hardaway.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And I got to throw, Isaiah Thomas was a beast.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he was a beast. I might actually have to put him up there towards the top, right with Paxson. Granted, the Pistons weren't exactly the greatest team at the time. They had a younger. Sorry, go ahead.
My bad, bro. I just wanted to ask you: do you think John Paxson is better than Mark Price?
Ooh, Mark Price.
Because to me, Price takes it. To be honest with you, and that's no shade on. Yeah, Mark Price. There it is, Sam McQueen. Yeah.
Mark, I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that.
It was filthy for sure. Exactly. Oh man, feel free to pull up, Sam McQueen. We'd love to speak with you. But go ahead, Dane. You were saying something about Paxson and all the rest of it.
Oh yeah, I stick with that list, the one I gave you. I got to throw Chapman in there just on GP. I don't care. I think he should have been shifted over. I'll go with Isaiah Thomas, Paxson, Payton. And did I miss one? I know I threw another name in there, but I'm drawing a blank. I'm exhausted.
You said Tim Hardaway. You said
yes, that's it. That's my list. Yeah. Bang, right there.
Marky Dan, how you doing, brother? Welcome.
Salutes. What's good, fellas?
Salute, brother. Salute to you too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Joe. I really, I was born in 2000. I really can't tell you, nothing. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I can't tell you much about, the 90s players. My stuff is like, I came up with the guys in the 2010s. I know a lot of bit about the, the 2000s guys. The Jason Kidd and the Steve Nash and the CDs when they he come out of Wake Forest or it might have been Georgia Tech. It was one of the two. And Tony Parker, Steph, Dame Lillard, those are my guys. That's my generation. Westbrook, all of those boys. Rondo
had a few years where he was absolutely unbelievable to watch. He never developed a jumper, a serious one. And he always got in trouble with the coaches. I mean, non-freaking stop, bro. Sitting all the way at the end of the bench, like he didn't.
Yeah, but that guy, when playoff time, when postseason time came around, playoff Rondo came out. That was a different level of player right there. You could make the argument in the playoffs, Rondo was really a Hall of Famer. Like he was really one of those guys, like what I call playoff Jamal Murray.
Rondo?
Jamal Murray.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't, because I remember his run like it was yesterday. Plus, I'm a Boston fan, so he had that fake fake back pass that he did that was just absolutely sick, bro. Like he would literally embarrass dudes. and freeze
Another
them with
guy
that
who
one.
would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer if not for injuries, John Wall. John Wall, arguably one of the greatest athletes ever at the point guard position. Unbelievable speed and quickness. Great finisher, great playmaker. You know what I'm saying? He just tore his ACL or excuse me, it was his Achilles and then his
I agree.
ACL. And
I
it was
agree.
over for him after that.
I was very high on John Wall. I remember him. Yeah, for sure. He's one of the ones that shouldn't. He was number one, so you already know what people are gonna say. But I don't think it's fair, and I feel the same way about Greg Oden and a few others. That it's not really fair to call
The
him a
one
bust.
for me, the most heartbreaking injury career that was destroyed by injuries is DeMarcus Cousins for me. DeMarcus Cousins was a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer, the best center in the league, literally. And just before he got hurt, he started developing that 3-point shot, and he
Yes.
was killing dudes. And I remember that was the year he got hurt. It was the year Joel Embiid had his rookie season where he was averaging 20, and I said it was going to be Joel Embiid and DeMarcus Cousins running the league at the center spot for the next 10 years. And then he tore his Achilles when he went to the Pelicans with AD.
Yes. DeMarcus Cousins, I'm with you on the talent and everything, but DeMarcus Cousins, I can't really say that that's more heartbreaking than a Grant Hill, for example, because DeMarcus Cousins still made quite a few All-Star teams. It wasn't like he never got a chance, like a Greg Oden or a Sam Bowie, or that Sam Bowie. For if anybody doesn't know, is the guy that got drafted ahead of Michael Jordan in the draft. Aside from Hakeem, but nobody's gonna say shit about Hakeem. Anyway, but yeah, I hear you. Like DeMarcus Cousins, bro, he could do it all, and he could run the floor. He could play. He didn't really have any weakness. He could shoot the jumper. He could dunk in your face.
He could bring the ball up the court, man. He was really
yeah,
good.
he had ball handling skills. Thank you. Absolutely had. Absolutely.
The one weakness he had was like he just had roid rage.
Yeah, his head case. Oh my goodness, he will pop off at ref. He will complain about every freaking call, bro.
Man, I remember it was a reporter that wrote like a story about his brother. That was true, by the way. The story was true about his brother. It was some crime. It was some fight his brother got into at a club, and DeMarcus Cousins, big 6'10", 260 pounds, is acting like he's about to whoop this 5'7", fat little 80-year-old man. Like he was really, really a head case. I remember one time Boogie Cousins got pissed off at a fan on the sideline. He started grabbing his junk, and then he touched the dude's face. That dude was out of his mind.
Yeah, he is the center version of Michael Beasley, basically. Because if you look at Michael or Stephon Marbury, because if you look at those guys' game, oh my goodness, they would have been scary freaking good. But they couldn't freaking get along with anybody. Let me get Dane in here what is your opinion, Dane, about Russell Westbrook? And then I want Marky then.
Russell Westbrook. Oh, you know something? I'll be straight up honest with you. After the latter part of the 90s, I became a real casual basketball fan.
Okay. Let me get Marky then.
Russ was definitely a great player. Definitely one of the hardest workers in the NBA. In his era, no doubt about it at all whatsoever. Great athlete. I mean, you talk about being a hard worker. He was unranked going to high school in Los Angeles. Managed to be I think he was a walk-on at UCLA with Kevin Love and them. Managed to get on the court, became Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, worked his way into becoming the 5th or 4th overall pick, and became a superstar next to KD and James Harden and Serge Ibaka. Now, after KD left, and Russ had to take over, the triple doubles, they were amazing to watch. But then after a while, like it was amazing to watch the first season. How he managed to get them into, I think, like the 8th seed while averaging a triple-double without KD.
Yes.
But then after a while, you realize just how inefficient Russell Westbrook is. Like, he would turn the ball over inexplicably, with just some sloppy passes. I mean, just atrocious field goal percentages with some of the shots he was putting up.
Yeah.
And then it's like in the playoffs, without KD, I mean, it was just bad. I remember that the year that ushered him out of OKC was when Dame Lillard sent him home. One of the coldest moments I've ever seen in my entire life. This is back when they had PG. I don't think they had Melo at the time. So yeah, it was Westbrook and PG and Steven Adams. And I think they also had Reggie Jackson at the time too. And
yes.
Dame Lillard hit a local shot on Paul George and waved bye-bye to them niggas. Not only did he wave bye-bye as in, yeah, y'all gotta go home. He waved bye-bye to the whole franchise. Like, they fired Billy Donovan. They traded everybody. That's how they got all those picks. What I'm saying? That's how they got SGA, I think, in the trade to send Paul George over to the Clippers. That's how they got SGA. And on top of like a boatload of picks which they went on to draft really well. They went on to draft Chet Holmgren, Giddey, even though they traded Giddey later on. Giddey is a great player. You know what I'm saying? Dame Lillard waved bye-bye. And part of the reason why they lost, Russell Westbrook was just a zero factor. No, he wasn't a zero. He wasn't just a zero factor. He was a negative factor. Like, just so inefficient, bro. So that was like the real Achilles with him. Like, he was a great hard worker, great athletic talent, great finisher at the rim. You know what I'm saying? But it's like just so sloppy in execution.
Not only that, he'll put up 35 points, but he has to take like freaking 70 shots to get 80 shots to get that.
I actually remember there was a game in the playoffs. He went 10 for 40. That was when Donovan Mitchell, as a rookie, knocked him out of the playoffs with Rudy Gobert in them.
Yeah, Utah. Yeah.
10 for 40. I've never heard of no shit like, you better score 30 points if you go 10 for 40.
I always felt like Russell Westbrook was a shooting guard trapped in a point guard's body. That's how I always felt about him, and exactly the same for D Rose. If Russell Westbrook was 6'7", he'd be way up there, bro. Way up there, trust me. Because, oh my goodness. But yeah, you gotta. The thing is, you get what you get with him. Like, he'll fill up your stadium every single night. He's a human highlight reel, but you're not gonna win shit. like that's basically what it comes down to. And I don't want to sound unfair or anything.
No, it's the truth.
It's exactly like it is the truth. So yeah.
So I take it you're not a fan.
I'm a fan. He's a great player. He's a great player, but just really frustrating to watch at times.
Yes. Imagine being his teammate. Like, can we play now? Hello here.
Well, everybody has their imperfections. You think about some of the greatest of all time. They had their quirks.
No, but this is not this. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, this is the old cliche in the book. Shaquille O'Neal is pretty much a household name across the entire world, and let's be real, he wasn't exactly great at a lot of things. He had a lot of holes in his game, for lack of a better.
Yes.
So, when somebody's missing passes or throwing up buckets, if they're bringing in the crowd and they're an integral part of you winning games, I can't hate on that. I just can't.
I hear what you're saying, but like, Russell Westbrook tried to be a jack of all trades in like a lot of areas that he wasn't great in. He wasn't the greatest shooter in the world, but he would be attempting 4 to 6 threes a game, and at best make one of them, and it would just be really ugly. He'd be turning the ball like his plus minus was atrocious. Like he would he'd have 10 assists, and then at the same time he would give you 8 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like Shaquille O'Neal didn't do that.
He almost had quadruple doubles.
Shaquille O'Neal understood he was a low post operator. You get Shaq that ball in the low post. If the double comes, he's going to be a low post playmaker. He'll get you an open shot, and he'll get you that assist. Or if it's a straight one-on-one, if you dumb enough to do that and not foul him, he was going to put it on your fucking head.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was Shaq's game. That's not Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook tried too much shit, and it's like when you throw a lot of fucking spices.
Basically, you know.
I think I know what you're saying. He's essentially like the what's his name, the Ben Whitaker of basketball.
Yeah.
Do you think? Now, let me ask you this, Marky, then, because this is interesting, right? And I love everything you say, and I subscribe to it. Do you think, because I always wondered, and this is towards the end, like I said, like I watched the NBA from the 90s all the way to the late 2010s, right? So do you think that a team should have tried? Because if I was a coach, I would have tried this. I would have tried like to have like a Michael Conley, somebody at point guard, and just have him at the 2 and play and have that, 3-4 inch difference between his opponent at the 2 or whatever. But I just felt like Russell would have been perfect at the 2. Would you have tried that?
He wasn't a catch and shoot type of guy. And then on top of the fact, it's like, maybe like Russ, a lot of what he had to do was with the ball in his hands. Like he was like he had to have the ball in his hands, and then you'd have to come with the pick so that he could get to the rim and get a lot of his stuff off, or he'll get like a close mid-range shot, that he had a relatively high percentage for. You know what I'm saying? Like if you put a Michael Conley at the point, and then you make Russell Westbrook the shooting guard, and you have Michael Conley running the offense, Russell Westbrook would be reduced to literally you setting picks and then lobs. That's all you would be able to run for him. Just being honest, like he had to have the ball in his hands.
I hear you. I think you're okay, not by much, but I think you might be a little exaggerating just a little bit because
Russ was not no catch and shoot guy.
No. I'm not arguing that. He ain't no Rip Hamilton. He ain't no. I understand all that, but I mean, I don't know. I think I don't know, man. Like you make some interesting points. Like I'm not so sure now, but I would have tried it. I think it would have been worth trying it, but I don't know. You might be
like right. Russ was the best version of Russ, in my opinion, even before he was a triple-double guy, was when you had KD on the court because the spacing was just crazy.
Absolutely.
I mean, literally, Russ could literally get go one-on-one and bull you right through your chest to get to the rim because you couldn't double team Russ. Because you had to worry about Kevin Durant. As soon as you double team Russ when he go into the rim, he's going to kick it, and KD is going to kill you all night long. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And then after KD left, I mean, even when they had PG and Melo, like, it was weird. Like, he just never got back. Like, the style he had when he had with KD, I just don't think he ever got back to playing that way. In terms of, like, the success.
Man.
Maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe I'm being a little harsh.
I can't
a little
really speak to that, but you do sound really critical, brother. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you do, but to be honest with you, bro, I kind of find myself agreeing with you in most of what you're saying. Like, yeah, it might be kind of harsh, but you kind of have to be harsh sometimes. Like we're telling the truth here. Like I know exactly what you're saying. Like Russell Westbrook is who he is. Okay, like he will sell a ton of jerseys for you. He will fill up the stadium every single night. That's for damn sure. He's a human highlight reel, all of that. But he's not necessarily the best teammate. And I'm not saying, like he will chemistry wise or whatever. I'm just saying because of the nature of his game. Like, you get what you get. You're going to the playoffs. You're not going to win a championship, but you're going to be profitable. You're going to be a marketing paradise with him. Man.
It was just tough, man. You know, watching them play, just like watching Dame Lillard and Steph play, where they just be able to kill dudes from anywhere on the court. And then Russ was really just like, he was kind of like a hybrid slasher in that most of his offense came in the paint when he was driving to the rim.
Yes.
And then he was adequate at shooting the basketball. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I got to watch Dame Lillard and Steph in the same era as him, and they were killers, boy. They were like Kevin Durant in 6'3", 6'2" bodies. Especially Steph, man. Steph was crazy. I remember Steph, man. I can't remember who it was against. Steph scored like 15 points inside of a minute and a half. This nigga, like, he hit 1 3. They turn the ball over, pass it straight to Steph. He hit another 3. They get the ball back. Steph hit a logo shot. They get another turnover. They get it to Steph. Another 3 from the corner. Like, he would just get hot like that in 1 second. It was the same thing with Dame Lillard. And them dudes were clutch. Like Russ wasn't that clutch.
That's true. I mean, he has a few clutch moments, but Damian Lillard and like a Chauncey Billups and those are clutch point guards. Like, you don't want them shooting the ball at the end. No. And Damian Lillard, bro, like he's got that DNA, bro. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. And so do you, Dane. Like that DNA that'll scare you. That Eli Manning. Well, you know, all the rest of them. The usual.
Yeah, that winning time.
Yeah, man, that clutch gene. That's the word, clutch gene. And I love Damian Lillard, bro. Obviously, the thing that people are gonna say about him is that he, you know, stayed in Portland way too long, which shows character. But do you? Okay, so let me ask you this to cap it off on Russell Westbrook. Do you believe that team, when they had a young James Harden and KD and Ibaka and all the rest of them, if you substitute Russell Westbrook with like a Chris Paul, you know where I'm going with this, right? Do you think they win at all? In other words, what I'm asking is...
I really don't know. That's really tough, man. That's tough. That's tough. Because Chris Paul has some great teams, man. You remember the Lob City years with Chris Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the years that made me a real fan of basketball.
Chris Paul, let's be clear here, and I stand on this. John Stockton made Karl Malone a legend. Steve Nash made Amari Stoudemire and Sean Marion All-Stars. And CP3 made Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan All-Stars. I don't think that can be debated.
Especially DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. yeah, bro.
Because DeAndre Jordan was not no first team All NBA. He's never doing that without CP3. Never.
CP3 made him look like $1 million, as Vince would say. I mean, come on. Let me get Dane in here. Let's talk. What can we talk about? Because Dane is a 90s guy, you're a 2010s guy, and I'm like stuck in the middle with you guys.
Yeah, I just realized, Marky, I think I'm quite a bit older than you. So
yeah, I'm 26.
Yeah, you're a young buck, bro.
Oh, we're both old as hell.
All those 2010s, like literally, that's what I grew up with. I got
to
watch
that's
it
great,
in real
man.
time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You should be proud of that.
Hell
absolutely,
yeah.
It's my era.
What? Oh, do you are you interested in the UFC Saturday?
Who's fighting?
Yeah, hell yeah. We got Islam taking on
I'll be right back.
Ian
Go ahead
Gary.
and cook, guys.
You got Islam Makhachev is fighting who?
Ian Gary.
Ooh. Oh, I got to go Makachev, man. He's just too sweet with the wrestling.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about Ian Gary. I'm gonna be honest. I like this past year I've been getting more and more back into the UFC. Like, but before like 2023, I was an absolute MMA addict. Like literally, you could name me like literally from the beginning. I've seen all the almost all the UFCs from the beginning. Literally from the beginning, back when they had what's his name?
Mark Coleman,
Tank Abbott.
John Fry, Tank Abbott. Yeah, David Tank Abbott.
Yes.
He was knocking
Man.
fools out. He had Don Fry down on a jab, but he slipped on a banana peel. Remember that?
Exactly. That was the craziest thing, man. He would be sleeping dudes, but then I just think he would gas out in the finals. So he can never win a championship, but he was cold, man. He was cold. I remember he fought. I sent you that video. I'll post it in the chat for Dane when Tank Abbott, and I like the old version of UFC when they would have it was real like anime deathmatch tournament, your style versus my style.
Yeah.
And they brought some Hawaiian energy fighter. Oh, the Kalua Wawa Zeha.
Yes.
And Tank Abbott put this man to sleep in like 15 seconds, had his arms sticking up in the air and his legs shaking.
Oh man. Yes, I remember he went into a seizure. He had a seizure.
It was nasty. It was disgusting.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah. Then you had them Pride days. I loved Pride, man. That's where you got Rampage, Dan Henderson, the Gracie Hunter, Sakuraba.
Yep.
Oh man, you had a lot of greats that came out of Pride too, and Strike Force.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Vanderlei Silva actually didn't do very well in the UFC before he went to Pride and became an absolute killer. As a matter of fact,
no, that was the other way around. Vanderlei Silva went to Pride first, and he the axe murderer. He
no. If you look far, let me just tell you this: before he went to Pride, he fought Tito Ortiz
okay. I see
he
what you're
lost.
about. I thought you were talking about when he fought Chuck Liddell and everything.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, he lost to Tito Ortiz. He lost to Vitor Belfort. Then he became an animal.
He got massacred by Vitor Belfort, bro.
Yeah, he was never in that fight. It was just a crazy blitz, and he was out.
Yeah.
I think he's overrated.
Vanderlei over there in Japan, they let Vanderlei do drugs, so he was really able to.
Do I really have to say why?
He couldn't fuck with Dan Henderson though.
Do I really have to say why?
What'd you say?
No, they were like that. Like then they never drug tested. It wasn't only Vanderlei. Like everybody was fucking jacked to the gills. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that was
the Yakuza.
The
Yakuza was running Pride. And the government was not dipping into Yakuza business.
No, the Yakuza was still like super powerful back then. Not so much now, but back then you couldn't.
And they were paying their taxes. The Yakuza, they would be putting 40,000 people in that stadium, and Nui just sold out. You know what I'm saying? And they pay their taxes on that shit.
It's Saitama Super Arena, which is like their MSG over there.
Yep. And then they had Mirko Krokop versus Fedor. I think they had that in the gym, in the Olympic Stadium.
That's one of the most amazing fights I've ever seen in my life, bro. Good God, what a brutal fight that was. Oh,
it wasn't that brutal.
Well, okay, I shouldn't have said brutal. I should have said like what's the word?
That fight was pretty disappointing for all like the build up and hype. You know what I'm saying? Like I really thought Mirko let us down.
You think so? I mean, there's a case to be made for that. I mean, Fedor was the truth, man. Fedor was, he got slammed on his head, and
Kevin Randleman, yeah, he's lucky he's not a quadriplegic. Honestly,
that's true.
He was blessed by God to not be a quadriplegic.
he was putting belt to ass to people over there.
That shit was not fair. Kevin Randleman should have won that fight.
Yeah,
I mean, Randleman, to be honest with you, he had that major upset against Mirko Cro Cop where he knocked him out with a left hook, but Rampage massacred him, bro. Like that was his Achilles heel. He killed him freaking.
I can't believe you actually mentioned Mirko Cro Cop because of my. I don't mean to make it about me, but that's what my old training partner used to call me because I had a buzz cut, super pale, and I used to kind of. Well, I had that same kind of style, stiff, come forward. But man, I wish I had his power.
Man, Mirko Cro Cop, that was a killer. I remember he fought some dude who was like a pro wrestler, and he even came to the ring in his Rey Mysterio mask and was just like, doing all this bullshit, all these antics.
Yeah.
And then Mirko Cro Cop hit him with a fucking head kick. Listen, nigga, like he was sat down on the ropes, head in his lap, and just blood dripping out of the fucking mat. It was one of the nastiest things I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
I remember when he fought Vanderlei, and he just absolutely, he killed Vanderlei in the second fight.
Decapitated him. And
you
Mirko
could
Cro
see
Cop was the head of the counterterrorism unit of Croatia too. Like he was as legit as they come, bro. Like oh man.
You
remember that stare down?
You
remember that stare down between him? Oh man, bro. Greatest stare down of all time. I gotta show you this. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Beautiful.
Vanderlei, you could literally see Mirko Cro Cop's toe marks on Vanderlei's ribs. That's how hard he was getting kicked.
You remember their last encounter?
That was the one, right, where Mirko put him to bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirko,
the first one was a good one.
Left high kick, cemetery.
Yeah, right kick hospital. Yeah, right kick hospital, left kick cemetery. It's crazy that you bring that up, bro. Oh man. But my favorite Pride fighter was always Mauricio Shogun Rua, though. That really was the dude. Yeah, man. Like it's debatable because even Gomi was awesome, and Nick Diaz had his run, and Rampage, and what's his name? Josh Barnett was also pretty good. Like there's a ton of dudes, bro.
Yeah.
Pride was
Big
the
Nog,
shit,
Little
man.
Nog.
Yeah, especially Big Nog to me. But yeah, let me because you just have to see this, bro. And I know you both have seen it, and so have I. But I just want to see it again.
Of all time in MMA, I'll show you the best stare down. Like here's the best stare down of all time in MMA. I'll show you the best stare down.
Right.
Mirko Cro Cop versus Vanderlei Silva. This is the best stare down ever because Vanderlei his nickname is the Axe Murderer. He's a savage. He was a Pride middleweight champion. Bad mother. Just a bad mother. But he was fighting Mirko Cro Cop, who is the head of an anti-terrorist squadron in Croatia, and he's a real murderer. You're talking about a different kind of straight up killer and an elite high level kickboxer. So look at Cro Cop on the left. That's the eyes of the guy who's killed someone with a knife. This is the first time where Vanderlei lost a stare down. Cro Cop looked at him like he was dinner. Like here's the best.
My God, bro, what a stare down! Come on.
Yeah, the sad thing is, you know about where Cro Cop is today, right?
He is not doing too well, but
no, it caught up to him. He's taken. I'm not hating on the guy because, first of all, I don't know anything about him as a human being other than what you just said. He's a special forces beast, and he's also in politics over in Croatia. But I mean, my gosh, man, the amount of knockouts, the amount of times his lights have been put out, it's amazing he hasn't gone. He didn't have an arrhythmia and die. It really, truly is. That could have easily been an arrhythmia.
You know, my biggest problem with Mirko Cro Cop, guys, and I want to get both your takes here. To me, when he went to the UFC, I don't know why, in God's name, he went to heavyweight. He's not that big.
Nope.
His division should have
been
been
a heavyweight, wasn't he? Though.
No, his natural weight was like around 219, 230 pounds max,
Well,
naturally.
I mean, I was thinking like 205. If he could have made 205, he would have. I mean, he would
He
have been
could have.
impossible to deal with, bro.
Did you see
Yeah,
him?
no, I get what Dan is saying. Like that was his walk around weight.
Right.
So he could have probably cut the 205.
Easily. I mean, Tito Ortiz, he walks around at like 255 pounds.
Yeah, that's
255.
Much heavier. Yeah.
I can't remember the name. It was this Japanese judoka.
Yoshita. Yeah, he fucked his leg up.
They call him the wizard, the leg
Yoshida.
wizard. Yeah,
Mhm.
he actually, before Anderson Silva went to the UFC, he actually submitted Anderson Silva with like a crazy shit where like he just see if you could find the irony where like he did some like acrobatic shit where he didn't even use his hand. He just spun in the air, then tripped fucking Anderson Silva, locked up his ankle and submitted it. It was the craziest shit I ever seen in my life.
Vanderlei, right? Vanderlei?
No, excuse me. Anderson Silva.
Oh, when he lost.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
he lost.
No, but you're talking about Rio Chonen. Rio
Yes,
Chonen.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was
the flying scissor heel hook.
That was
the heel hook. Yep.
Yeah, that was the flying scissor heel hook.
I'll tell you what it is. I know. I was about to call you by your true name, Arnie, but
it's okay.
I don't know how far you went in jiu-jitsu, but that's what you call a reverse heel hook, and he did a flying reverse heel hook.
Yes.
I don't fear. What did Bruce Lee say? I don't fear the man that knows 10,000 kicks. I fear the man who practices one kick 10,000 times.
Exactly.
He practiced that shit day and
Amen.
night. Golly.
The great Bruce Lee. Come on. Here it is, right? That was beautiful. What this man did was beautiful. Flying scissor, heel hook. In jiu-jitsu, we never really did leg submissions for whatever reason. I don't know if that was the decision of my my trainer or whatever, but we never really did heel hooks or knee bars or what do they call it? The toe hold, the ankle lock.
A toe hold. A toe hold is the same thing as a heel hook, only you're gripping with your hands. You're not gripping with the inside of your arm.
Oh, okay.
But may I ask you something about your jiu-jitsu journey?
Yeah.
First of all, my first question is: did you do gi or no gi?
Almost always no gi.
Okay. Did your professor have a belt system, or did he not rank? He did have a belt.
It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was from white to blue. I'm probably forgetting.
Oh, I know it. It's white, it's blue, it's purple, brown, and black.
Exactly.
And some professors, they'll do up to 3 stripes before they go to the next belt, but not all professors do that.
I think he did that too. I think he did the stripe system. I can't remember because I only saw like a handful of belts being awarded to people.
How many years did you do it?
No, I never got like a blue belt or anything like that.
No, I was just asking how many years you trained.
About 5 years, but not how do you say, like not
consistently?
Exactly.
You didn't do it every week?
Like I did it. No, I did it every week, but I did it for like 2.5 years, and then I had to finish my studies, and then I came back and did a year there, a year there.
You know something, bro? I have to respect that. Because not everybody has the kind of lifestyle where it's 3 to 5 days a week. I mean, you do what you can do. You went in there when you could. You went back when you could. And I have the utmost respect for that. And that's not just because I consider you a cool guy and a friend. I mean, that's respect. That's respectable. That really is.
Yeah, and whenever people mention the gi to me, they remind me how I got put to sleep by a judoka.
There's no shame in that. You know why? Because in judo, they have totally different ways of doing the same submissions. For instance, like in jiu-jitsu, we have for our shoulder lock, we have our omoplatas, we have our Americanas, Kimuras. They'll
The Kimura is
if
one of
they
my favorites, though. The Kimura was
Yeah,
always
that
one of my
Kimura is
favorites. Yeah, and the triangle too.
That's something that belongs to the Japanese for sure.
Yes.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
watched that.
Go
And
ahead.
that is the nastiest break
No,
that you
I
can
was
have.
just
It's a
gonna say I
Kimura break.
watched that old Kimura-san versus Gracie when he came to Brazil, and they had like a coffin set up for Kimura-san, and then he went in there and absolutely murdered Grandpa Gracie. I can't think of his first name right now.
Helio
I think it was
Gracie.
Kenzo.
No,
Helio
Yeah.
Gracie. And
He's
Helio,
the one that brought it. He's the one that brought it from Japan originally.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro. I just wanted to say that he's the guy that literally brought it from Japan to Brazil.
Yeah, exactly.
Helio Gracie? Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that whole Gracie family, even if I think they were a little hyped, and I feel like they, you know,
we need to have that conversation.
I feel like
they were not hype, man.
Yes,
they were not
were,
hype.
Dane. Yes, they were.
No, man, I can't say that.
But once people, listen, let me not say overhyped. What I'll just say is, once people started to, actually train and understand the ground element of it all, I feel like they didn't really have a shot. That's just my opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
they started getting killed.
Let's get into it now. Let's just watch this first.
All right, let's do it, brother. It's your show. It's your show.
We're gonna get into it because I love this, and I've been dying to have this conversation with somebody. Let's watch this because this is beautiful, and we'll get right back into it.
Right leg inside out.
Take away the lead. Oh, look at this! Whoa, this is good!
Got his bitch ass.
And you gotta tap immediately, otherwise you snap that shit like a pencil. You see how he was grimacing when he tapped?
Yeah, Anderson tapped right away. He wasn't trying to fight that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back into it. The great.
But you know what? I got to say something on that. I got to speak on that because Anderson Silva was submitted in such a flashy, amazing highlight reel way. Not only did he go on to prove his salt as one of the absolute most phenomenal, the original style bender, Anderson Silva, as we knew it in the 2010s. Yes. But what people didn't realize until he fought Chael Sonnen is he became a jiu-jitsu beast. I mean, he got his butt kicked for 5.5 rounds until he was setting him up all night because he knew his wrestling was not on par. So he pretty much made Chael Sonnen work for those takedowns, which came pretty easily. But as soon as he knew that Chael Sonnen was getting a little bit too comfortable, wham! Triangle, armbar, out cold with almost a broken arm. Bam! That was beautiful. And he was setting it up all night, just like George Foreman was setting up Michael Moore's ass all night, right there.
That's the one thing that I bring up to people every time. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, a lot of dudes in that position, they would have quit. Like Robbie Lawler against Johnny Hendricks, when Johnny Hendricks took him down at like the last minute, Robbie Lawler just said, "Fuck it," like he's just laying on top of me. Anderson
I can't say that because the thing is, Robbie Lawler had his legs pinned. He was doing everything he could to get up, everything, but he had his legs pinned together where he couldn't move. When Chael Sonnen took Anderson Silva down, he was content to lay in the guard or half guard, and he got way too comfortable not pinning his legs. And then later on, the UFC wrestlers began to think, ooh, when I take these guys down, I'm not going to just sit in their guard. I'm going to twist their legs. I'm going to grapevine their legs instead of just turking one leg like Randy Couture did. You'd have guys like Khabib and other dudes. They would tie both legs up.
That's what I was about to say.
Yes, and that's and Johnny Hendricks. And Johnny Hendricks, while he didn't have that Chechen he didn't have that Chechen or Dagestani style wrestling, but he was an NCAA Division I 2-time world champion who he knew how to keep those legs locked down. I mean, on paper, he is just on paper, he is a far more accomplished wrestler than Chael Sonnen. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate because I'm just saying wrestling. As an overall fighter, I got to give the Chael Sonnen. But Hendricks absolutely, as a pure wrestler, knew how to stifle you. You were not getting a submission from the bottom on him. You were not. When did anybody ever?
That's kind of arguable though. Like whether if okay, let's not talk about the fact Johnny Hendricks might have been on dope. Let's leave that to the side.
He was.
He was. A lot of people thought
definitely was.
Yeah,
he was.
Well, I was just saying, let's leave it to the side for a second. Johnny Hendricks might have beat GSP.
He definitely did. He definitely did. You know this as well as I do. That was a highway robbery.
It was close.
Listen, let me say this. Hendricks and Condit was way closer than Hendricks GSP, bro.
Thank you. Because Condit did real damage.
Natural-born killer, fellas. One of my favorite fighters of all time, and one of the most Condit came within an eyelash of knocking out GSP.
He got robbed against Robbie Lawler. I thought he should have took.
That was an unbelievable. That's probably the best fight I've ever seen in MMA, Marky Dan. To be honest with you, like that was an unbelievable
the last round
fight.
Was great.
Woo. What a fight, my God. Rob is a strong word because it was a hell of a fight. Rob was Hendricks against GSP more than Condit Robbie Lawler.
No, I can't give you that, man, because I thought that the thing is, UFC is scored on a 10-point must system.
No, I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
And if you look at that 5th round, GSP did enough to outpoint him, did enough to control him, did enough to stifle him and make him look bad. The only thing is, GSP, his skin marks up so easily. I mean, you could just tap the guy with a pencil and he bruises. Let's be real.
That's true. That one I give you. But Johnny Hendricks had him in all kinds of trouble, bro. Like he came within an eyelash of knocking him out, man. Like he wasn't like he just got touched a few times and he just bruises easily. He does bruise easily, but he was getting manhandled on his feet by Hendricks.
Yeah, because he committed to that takedown.
And I don't even like Hendricks. I don't like him.
I don't like his ass either.
Because it's like Vitor Belfort, bro. You were two different people, so I have to attribute your success to the fucking TRT. I have to.
Oh, it wasn't just TRT. That dude was on a lot more than TRT. I guarantee you that.
That's true.
A lot more.
Okay, let's get to the Gracies, okay? Because we're getting a little off track here, and I don't mind it because I love speaking MMA and whatever the case may be. Well, actually, it's up to you guys. If you want to talk Gracies or if you want to
go down
show,
brother. It's your show.
I'm good either way.
I mean, the Gracies, I don't have a beef with them.
Yeah, let's get into the Gracies.
I'm just saying they ruled the 90s. But then, the 2000s came along where you had grapplers like Carlos Newton, Gracie Hunter, Sakuraba, where he dragged them all to Japan, and he handled just about all of them. Where the shit was great. They were having hour-long matches. You know what I'm saying? But it was still fun. Like, you would think an hour-long match, you'd be like, bro, this is fucking bullshit. I'm not watching this shit. But I watched every last fucking second. This shit was hilarious. Where Sakuraba would be taking his gi and putting it over his fucking head and like spanking him on his ass. And then like, I care, did he submit him or did Gracie just quit because of exhaustion? I care, it was one of the two.
Which part are you talking about with Gracie?
I think that was Hoist Gracie, or that was Hoist, or was it Henzo?
I don't think it was Renzo. I think it was Royce.
Who was the opponent? I'll tell you. Who was the opponent?
Sakuraba versus Royce the Gracie.
Oh yeah. Hoist in the first one did lose. Yes. And then
okay, so let me say my take on the Gracies because I really want you guys' take on this. Okay, so here's my opinion on the Gracies. First of all, let me say this: they are pioneers of MMA, and they deserve a ton of credit for giving us Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. They definitely do. Okay, let me start off with let me start off with dessert, and now I'm gonna get to the veggies. The truth is, number one, they never, because I mean they were victims of their own words, right? I think it was Royce Gracie, the one that said jiu-jitsu is the only thing you need to win. Well, okay, in a time where nobody knows this art, yes, because nobody knows what an armbar is, nobody knows why you're getting this hook or you're getting this particular position. Like, yeah, you were benefited by a time where nobody knew this stuff, or next to nobody.
And whose fault was that?
No. Listen, I give them all the credit, but you have to evolve with the times. I mean, there's a reason why no Gracie has been champion in forever, bro. Like, there's a reason for that. You know,
not just the UFC. Going.
There's a caveat to that.
In one FC.
Exactly.
In all the major,
PFL,
in all the major promotions, they haven't had a world champion in years.
Look at Kron Gracie. Kron Gracie like pulling guard on people, bro. This ain't the 90s anymore. Like, people know this stuff. Let me
just say something.
You have to evolve.
I'll let you go ahead.
You try to jump guard nowadays. There was this dude in the UFC. I can't remember his name. It was Jordan something. He was a crazy wrestler. A dude jumped guard on him, and just the same way how the Gracies used to do it in the freaking 90s. You know what he did? He held dude up. He didn't go straight to the ground. He framed off his neck with his forearm and slammed him on his fucking head. And
Carlos Newton, Matt Hughes.
No, that's not the one that he's referring to.
No. This is more recent. This is more recent.
Yeah, I know it, but I don't know the name.
But I know what you're talking about with Carlos Newton and Matt Hughes. Yeah, that's how Matt Hughes got out of the triangle.
Yeah.
But he really didn't, because
technically.
Did you notice
he
when
got out? He didn't really get out. He got put to sleep.
No, because when it's not that Matt Hughes slammed him, it's that he passed out.
Yeah.
And then they both got.
Dane, let me get Dane to cook on the Gracies. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, you know what I'm going to say is there's been so many different styles of jiu-jitsu that have come to the forefront since they've brought Brazilian jiu-jitsu across the world, because, as I'm sure both of you know, jiu-jitsu in of itself is a standing martial art, a Japanese martial art, where they encompass not only submissions, but it's actually where Aikido is derived from, where they'll use a lot of dirty breaks and chokes while you're standing. They'll add throws, which of course judo was later taken from. So the original jiu-jitsu by the Japanese was a kind of an all across the board system of breaking and doing it from the feet. The Gracies, they take credit for coining the term Brazilian jiu-jitsu because they were the first real family that had a lot of high-level jiu-jitsu players who were able to take it into real fight scenarios. However, at the same time, the Gracies were getting all the love. In the underground, the true jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu fanatics, a lot of them preferred the Machado style. And the Machados, if you know anything about them, you grapple with a Machado. There's the Gracie style jiu-jitsu is what I would call more of a loose game, where it's kind of like countering. Like it's more of like the counter strikers, like a boxer, a boxer who's a counter puncher. That's more or less their jiu-jitsu. Now the Machado style jiu-jitsu is more like your pressure fighter. And there's many, many different terms. And then you had what's his name? That weird guy who's down in Southern California, Eddie Bravo, who was the first guy to take credit for beating one of the original Gracie's back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, Rorion. I think it was Rorion Gracie that
Yeah.
he beat. Or,
He was your first American to ever beat one of. And here's another thing: the name Gracie among Portuguese speakers, especially in Brazil, is as common as the name Smith or Taylor in America. So, I mean, to say, yeah, I'm Gracie, this is my jiu-jitsu brand, that's like saying, hey, my name is David Taylor, and this is my brand of boxing. This is Taylor Boxing, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of been diluted and watered down. And we could go back and forth and say which style is better. But the truth of the matter, it really comes down to the individual. I know I'm being politically correct, but it's the absolute truth. It comes down to how well your body adapts to that style and what you do with it personally. Because there are guys who could take karate and kill the best boxer, and there's guys who take boxing and they'll murder just about anyone. And that's the truth. I mean, there's not really much. I could elaborate forever,
right,
but
here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, though. Like, it's not that time anymore. Look at, for example, the Dagestani wrestlers. Okay, people can say whatever they want about Khabib. Khabib was kind of an underrated striker. He put McGregor on his ass with the right hand.
Yeah,
okay, so they understand. And look at Islam. And look at Usman. And look at Usman Nurmagomedov.
Like,
look at Islam Makhachev. Like, you gotta evolve with the times.
Jiu-jitsu. I wasn't really a huge fan of the ground game. You know, when I was like, 13, 14 years old watching, like I thought it was kind of gay. But then it's like as you as you really get to understand fighting, you really learn that if a jiu-jitsu guy gets you on the ground, you're fucking done.
Yeah.
And not just done it like, yeah, he's gonna hurt you. He might take your life or break one of your arms or your legs. If you're not fucking careful. You know what I'm saying? So I gained a real appreciation for it.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. If I knew a guy was a high level jiu-jitsu player and we were in a real life situation, there is no way in hell am I letting him grab a hold of me for 1 second. And I'm the guy who wrestled, and I wrestled with absolute beast.
Okay, so
and I'm not saying I'm a beast, but I'm saying as confident as I am to not be put on my back. If he's just simply, I know that he's just a jiu-jitsu wizard, not exactly the greatest wrestler. There is no way in hell am I letting him tie up with me. I'm doing everything to keep him at bay. I don't care if I have to dip low and, well, you make your inference. I'll stick my hand in his eyes and cold cock him straight into the. I mean, there's no way we're not grappling. We're not wrestling. That ain't happening.
Okay, so
I hear exactly what you're saying.
There's a few problems that I have with jiu-jitsu as a whole. And number one, it doesn't really have many takedowns,
but fellas,
techniques to it,
My brother BVO, I think he's going live. I gotta see. I just left the office, so I'm at home. I did not go live yesterday. I was pretty busy today, but tomorrow, thankfully, I got the day off. So I can talk some good politics, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell yeah.
Dane, even if you're learning, you could just come through and listen, or you could come through and give your thoughts on, any given topic you want.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure to drop the link as soon as I leave. Give your boy a sub. Anybody watching, smash the like button.
Yeah, I already subbed to your channel. I already subbed to it earlier.
Oh, then I appreciate. Okay, then you're the.
Yeah, I sent him the link.
I noticed that earlier. I appreciate you. I
sent
you
him
so
the
much,
link
brother.
earlier. Yeah.
Shout out to Irony Boxing. This is a good brother right here, as I always say. My island brother, my Puerto Rican brother right there. Great guy. Always willing to have conversations about anything. I appreciate him so much, and I appreciate you, Dean. Dane, the Viking, Dane Ragnarsson. Great guy himself. And we always have great conversations up here. So for the 5th time, smash the like button and sub to Irony Boxing. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, okay?
Take care, bro.
Respect, brother.
For sure. That was my brother Marky Dan coming through, spitting hot fire. So yeah, man, like jiu-jitsu. First of all, Helio Gracie, when he picked up jiu-jitsu over in Japan and brought it to Brazil, Helio Gracie made it work for him because he was a very small guy, and he wanted to be effective against opponents that overpowered him in strength and in size. So he utilized jiu-jitsu for those purposes. And that is an awesome thing to do and to have, but it also has, like everything, there's a downside to everything, and jiu-jitsu is not the exception. Okay. I appreciate the Gracies. I think MMA is not the same without them. I think we can all agree on that. I don't think that can be debated, right? I think that's obvious. Who you got? Who you got in the main event, Dane? Because I went to the bathroom and I couldn't hear your take on the main event.
Oh, I got Makachev. That guy's a stud.
Me too. Do you see a
No,
stoppage?
like for instance, let's just say this. Let's say if Ilya Topuria never lost to my man Justin Gaethje, Makachev would have done him that much worse. But it just wouldn't. I take that back. He probably would have just finished him sooner.
I am I am an Ilya Topuria fan, but in hindsight, I still want to see the fight. Let me just put it to you
something.
that way.
I got to be honest. I know he likes to fancy himself as the best boxer in MMA. Well, first of all, I've seen it, and no, he's not. And secondly, I think as a result of him looking kind of slick with his striking in MMA, he gets that rap just because he's got that smooth style, that pure boxing style. The guy who stays at range, the guy who lands sweet looking shots. They're classy. He moves his feet well. He fought. I mean, he's good. He looks really. He's what I call a pure boxer when it comes to boxing. He's not a counter puncher. He's not a brawler. He's not a pressure fighter. He's a pure boxer. And that looks really good. It looks really impressive, especially when you're going against guys who are not the best strikers. And let's be honest, in MMA, they don't really box. They strike because there's so many other facets to it that you cannot get away with simply boxing. But my point being, yes, he has very good wrestling. Yes, he's a very good striker. Yes, he's got great submission avoidance. We've seen that countless times.
Yes.
But I was never sold on the total package. I think he was overhyped. I believe he caught 2 world titles in 2 different divisions against guys who took quite a bit of punishment already. And so has Justin Gaethje, quite frankly, and he exposed him. Now, Makachev would have dragged him to the ground, maybe with a little bit of resistance. And I'm sorry, Topuria is not getting up. Not getting up.
You think Islam would have stopped him?
He would have subbed him.
Interesting. And do you think Islam's going to stop Gary?
I'm going to say yes.
I love it. I wouldn't rule it out. I think, okay, so there's a couple of things here because Gary is bigger than Islam, considerably bigger. So that is something to behold, especially when it comes to the strike. Okay, so I would say, because listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Ian Machado Gary, but his only loss was to Shavkat Rakhmonov. Okay, and I don't think there's any shame on that. I mean, Shavkat Rakhmonov is literally the next big thing, but he's been through the ringer. We all know, injuries and that horrible accident of his family and all of that.
Yep.
So he's been through the ringer, but Shavkat Rakhmonov was literally the next big. That's the guy that I think can truly beat Islam. That's the guy. Right? Like that's the one that I would say, not Bilal Muhammad, not even Pratis. I think Rakhmonov is the guy that can beat Islam, but I mean, it's hard to say now. He's been out for so long, man.
Rakhmonov? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Yep.
I'm going to look more into his fights. I'm going to look more because
watch the Jeff Neal fight if you can. Watch the Gary fight. I mean, damn near watch anything. That boy is a menace. But he might end up being the greatest what if, man, because he's been through a lot, man. It's hard to, we don't get better at something by not doing it. And
No.
in his case, bro, he wasn't involved, but there was a tragic accident where he lost like a lot of family members. Not to mention, he had like 3 knee injuries. Oh man, it sucks. But when you see that boy fight, oh my god, bro.
I need to push back just a little bit on when you say you don't get good by not doing something. Well, that's not a false statement. That's not a false statement. But the caveat to that is when you're hurt and you're injured and you have all that time to open your mind and look back and you really do your due diligence and you hone in, you watch your old footage, you watch your old fights. I mean, nobody wants to watch themselves fight. I don't even like seeing myself shadow box. But here's the thing. It's very humbling because we got to look at ourselves like we look at everybody else. And if you take that time while you're down to really push yourself mentally to the next level, and then when you come back to training, you're well rested, you're healthy, and now you're locked in even more. I'm not saying be out for 5-7 years, but I'm saying, let's say you're injured for 6 months, a year and a half, and you use that time to become that much better. You could be the next level on your next run. You absolutely can. And we've seen that with guys. I mean, I'll give you one example right off the top of my head. Dominic Cruz, he was out for 2.5 years.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, I was just about to. Yeah, I knew you were going there.
He came back so much better than he ever was.
That's the greatest comeback I've ever seen because he was out for a long time, bro. And then to come back and beat TJ Dillashaw, I mean, wow.
Yeah. The only loss he had was a fluke to Cody Garbrandt. That was a fluke. I mean, it looks sweet. It looks sweet.
As much as I hate to admit it, bro, because I am a Dominic Cruz fan and I'm not the biggest Cody fan, even though I do like him in some instances. But as much as I hate to admit it, I gotta give it to Cody, bro. That was he fought out of his mind that evening. I gotta give it to him, bro. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
He fought the fight of his life. And on that note, I think if he didn't go to his tendencies to want to be Mr. Macho in the cage, I think he could have continued on a not necessarily the best, but a much better trajectory than he eventually did. But even if he did, and he got even better at what he was doing and got better at what he did do to Dominic Cruz, if they rematched, Dominic Cruz was going to beat his ass.
Probably, but I don't think Dominic Cruz was the same after that because didn't he got knocked out by bum ass? Well, I'm sorry for using that word. I just don't like him. By Vera. What's his name?
Chito Vera.
Yeah, Chito Vera. Like that was hard to watch, bro. Like I think. Listen, not to take anything away from Cody because I saw that fight and he fought completely out of his mind, okay? But I think Dominic Cruz wasn't the same, so I don't know if the rematch is different. It might be different.
Here's the thing.
Might be closer, but go ahead, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Chito Vera is known for fighting guys. He loves to be the guy to come in and fight you when you know that you're 1 or 2 fights away from retirement. He wants to be that guy to give you that final bullet while you're laying dead on the ground. He's just that kind of dude. And I don't like him. And I don't respect
like him
that.
Either. Not because of that, because somebody got to do that, So, I mean, it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think that's where he got his reputation, just for being the punk who likes to put old horses out of their misery.
Well, I mean, I hear you, but it's not like he's holding a gun to Dana White's head and saying, "Give me
No,
this guy." You know?
no. No, I'm not going to say that. I don't like the way he fights, and I think he
Me
got his
neither.
he got his best wins over guys who were shot and should have been retired 3 years earlier.
Yeah, because every time he's fought somebody like Sugar Sean or I forget the other one,
Frankie Edgar.
Yes, he gets mollywopped, man. So, and not only that, he doesn't even like put up a real fight, man. Like he gets completely dominated. He doesn't look like he has a sense of urgency. To be honest with you, I don't want to spend too much time talking about Chito Vera.
No, screw him. Let's move on.
Yeah. Do you Edson Barbosa, bro, it's on the card. Can you believe it, man? The Brazilian OG has a highlight reel, several highlight reel knockouts. His knockout of Benil Dariush with the jumping knee, and of course, the roundhouse KO of Terry Adam. And I'm forgetting a few. That dude was a menace. He fought Khabib, he fought KG, you name it. Like I love Edson Barbosa.
Say the name again. Say the name again.
Edson Barbosa.
Oh man, that dude is a killer kickboxer who mixed karate style in there. That is another guy who could easily been called the style bender. On his feet, man. He's got to be the best in MMA. I think he's in the wrong sport. He should be doing full contact karate or K1, man. He's that good.
Yes. Like that, he's got some serious highlight reel knockouts, bro. He never could get over the hump, but he came close, man.
Here's the thing. He's too good to be in the UFC. He should be doing being in striking sports.
Yeah, the problem is, bro, you know as well as I do, Muay Thai and kickboxing, you know, it doesn't really pay that much. It's like the professional grapplers. There's no real money in it, unfortunately.
No,
that's the truth.
No. Yeah.
Let me show you this, because we gotta see this, and I know you've seen it, but it's a beauty, and I got like a good 5-10 more minutes.
All right.
Let me share screen because this is just too cool for school right here. Oh, let me put the freaking, I'm not monetized. This is educational purposes only, and blah 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 blah.
What do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Jesus Christ.
Play that back one more time. I need to enjoy that a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that again. To be honest with you, I'm not even joking.
It really poses the question: what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh my God!
And with the heel, which is like the hardest part of the entire freaking leg.
Oh my gosh! A spinning back crescent kick. God.
Unbelievable, bro.
Oh my gosh. A spinning back crescent kick.
There's your boy Edson Barbosa, and he's fighting sad. Can you believe it, bro? Who said all people can fight? Who said that?
Hey, I'm old as crap. Okay,
me too, man.
Yeah. I still gotta, I'll put it this way. I can fight better now than I was in my 20s, but, that's just me. So, I don't buy that. I don't buy the old guys can't fight. We saw Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora put on a beautiful brawl. I mean, people say this isn't boxing. This is just fighting. No, that's boxing. You just didn't like
boxing, bro. Exactly.
Just because it wasn't Floyd Mayweather versus another Slickmeister, let's not pretend it wasn't boxing. That was straight up ball to the wall boxing, and they did it better than Fabio Wardley and Joe Parker, Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois. They did it better.
Fabio and Dubois was a hell of a fight, man.
It was, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't as good as what I saw.
Like I can appreciate both things. Like I can appreciate a great boxing match, and I can appreciate a hell of a fight just as much. It's all part of the game.
But here's the thing, man. I know that Deontay Wilder gets a lot of hate, for his. He's just a one-trick pony. No, he
I
is
said
not.
that a million times.
He is
yeah.
not. He is not a one-trick pony. If you really watch him, if you really pay attention, he knows how to manipulate your guard. He knows how to get off that check left hook. He knows how to throw that left to the body. And even in the Chisora fight, a lot of boxing purists would say that was an ugly fight. They would say that. But if you watch those later rounds, you really watch, you'll notice when Wilder was tiring, he was snapping some beautiful jabs that looked like it was from a welterweight. He was snapping them. And even against Tyson Fury, he caught him with some beautiful check left hooks. Beautiful. And people didn't give him credit for it. I mean, he tends to get it goes with his last name. He gets wild. He gets crazy. He goes ballistic. He gets when he's under pressure, he tends to resort to getting a little bit over anxious. He stops breathing correctly. But as we saw in his last two fights, because as once again you get older, you get wiser. And even though he doesn't have the same speed and mobility as he did 10 years ago, he's learned to use what he does have, even though it doesn't look pretty. He makes it effective. And if the same Deontay Wilder that we saw versus Herndon and Chisora showed up versus Parker and Jili Zong, good night.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I do like Zhilei Zhang. But
I like him too. I think he's severely underrated. Severely underrated.
I mean, he is who he is. But I agree with, and we'll get into Zhilei Zhang in a second. But Wilder, I agree with your take, but for different reasons. Like even if I were to agree that he's a one-trick pony, that's one hell of a trick. First of all. And so what?
If you could win,
he got 40 plus KOs. So what? Like
43.
Exactly. And listen, not everyone's name is Muhammad Ali or Joe Louis or not everyone is going to be the total package. Just if anything, he should be an inspirational story because he's clunky as hell. He doesn't have the greatest boxing IQ. He started late. He doesn't have the great footwork, and he still made it to the top. If anything, he should be like an inspirational story for you.
Oh, man. Just based on what Dane knows, and I know they already made a movie. It's not released worldwide. They called it Giant. They did make a movie about Prince Nassim Hamed. And based on the interview I saw with the Prince, it just, as he said, it didn't scratch the surface. And the thing is, his story is so layered with nuance, not just his boxing career, but going back to being a small Yemenis immigrant who came over to England speaking Arabic, is a Muslim kid. His story, what he did for his family, what he did for his immediate family, what he did for boxing, not only for the UK, but across the world, essentially creating a new style, which people still try to emulate. I mean, even influencers great boxer influencers attempt to emulate, and they can't do it because he is one of those guys who truly is one of a kind. But at the same token, we have on the other hand, we have not a featherweight who started at flyweight, went from junior bantamweight, then jumped to bantamweight to super bantamweight. But we have who became, in my estimation, in my humble opinion, the greatest featherweight ever to do it. That's just my opinion. People can hate on me. But on the other hand, we have Deontay Wilder, who didn't start when he was 6 years old. He started when he was 17, and then 2.5 years later, he's the only American to actually get a gold medal. And the guy who eliminated him became the silver medalist. And there were other there were other people sharing that panel as bronze medalist, as heavyweight, which was preposterous, because the guy that Deontay Wilder got defeated by was the number 2. The other guys didn't get defeated by the number 2. So I don't know how they did that. But anyway, he was the only guy to do it, and then he became the first American world champion of this era. And he defended it. Not only did he defend it successfully 10 times, but he's been in 13 world title fights against Mr. Wonderful himself. He had 3 fights. Two of those, I think he won. But on paper, he lost, so I'll acquiesce. But his story, everything he's gone through since childhood, father was a minister, a lower middle class family. I mean, they need to do a movie about him. He's an inspiration. I mean, whether you like the guy's attitude or not, you like his public persona or not, that's a movie. That's a movie and a book made waiting to be box office in the States.
I agree.
The only problem is who are you going to get to play him other than him?
I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that's going to be an issue. It may be because he is very tall. You know, you can't.
But who can actually pull that off?
You know,
who could actually pull that off and make it convincing?
I don't have a name off the top of my head, but I don't think. Well, first of all, he's still fighting. You know, so that's not something that is going to become an issue anytime soon.
Oh
but,
no.
But I do like it. I mean, he can have a hell of a documentary if he wants to make it a documentary, or if he wants to just make it a movie, or whatever the case may be. A book also. So I just feel like he is. I'm not saying that you got to have him at your Mount Rushmore or in your top 10. I don't think he belongs there, but he should be more appreciated than he is. You know, I personally. I understand all his flaws, but you can't focus on somebody's flaws like that. You gotta understand that there's a lot of positive there, and people will always say about his resume as if he ducked, 10 people. Like you can only fight who's available. He can't go back in time and fight, the 80s heavyweights. It doesn't work that way. So. You can only fight, and the same thing when it comes to Triple G and a lot of other people. Like, it's not really their fault.
Facts.
It sucks because you know how good they are. You would have loved to seen him fight, 3-4 future Hall of Famers. See what happens. But I mean, it is what it is. All right, brother. I gotta pack it in now.
All right, brother.
I appreciate you. You got any last words for me?
Do I have any what again? I'm sorry.
Any last words for me?
Oh, if you're out there and you're listening, subscribe. We're doing this more regularly. And by the way, join in the conversation. If Irony, my man, will have you, it's good times. It's always a pleasure. And no, Irony, he didn't pay me to say that. Great show, great topics. If you just caught us, tune in, subscribe, hit the like, and I'm out. Hit it.
God bless you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. And the same for my brother Marky Dan as well. Salute to all the people that joined on the panel and on the chat. God bless you. Ann McQueen, LB as well, Lottery Burden Show 420, who's a regular on the Discord. Yeah, appreciate you all. I am probably going to do a live tomorrow, but it's not going to be on the night. It's going to be either early morning or throughout the day somewhere, because I got to go to work at 4 p.m. and I'm going to be on the pizza joint until 8 or 9 p.m., something like that. So when I come back, I got to go to sleep because I got to work very early on Saturday. So tomorrow, if I go live, it's going to be either early morning or throughout the day, somewhere, I don't know, noon-ish or something like that. Until then, we spoke about everything. We spoke about basketball, Russell Westbrook, point guards. We talked a little bit about boxing. We talked about extensively about MMA and the UFC and Pride as well. And I enjoyed this show thoroughly. And let's end it properly with the Lord's Prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, God, for everything. And this was your boy Irony Boxing. And let me shut down the surveys and give the results of the surveys before we run. Before we scram. Nobody voted on, as usual, on the vertical, but I do know that on the laptop, quite a few people voted. Let's see. Let's see. Is Russell Westbrook a top 5 point guard of all time? That's the question. Yes or no answer. 4 votes, 3 votes said no, 1 vote said yes. I love it. I say no too, but he definitely makes the top 10 for me, as I articulated when we were talking basketball. All right, we shall see you soon, fellas. God bless you all. Stay safe. Peace out.